And we should be now. What are you laughing at?
So are we on, or is it doing the intro?
Yeah, we're on. No, I'm doing the intro.
Oh, okay.
We're here with the Two Wheel Tuesday podcast. We got Nick Gore, or Turbo Nuts, sorry, and
Yes.
Matt Buyten, Buyten, Step Up medalist, gold medalist. I believe you probably got all three of the medals from that one at one time or another, didn't you? So what's up?
Not much, man. Just doing some house chores before I got to leave for a show tomorrow up in Kansas.
Sweet.
So nothing too exciting.
Bikes
Got
or
to do some
monster-
adulting.
You doing bikes or monster trucks?
Bikes. Yeah. We're on bikes right now over the summer.
Sweet.
What is this? Is this a steel rodeo or?
Yeah. Yeah, one for Kenny Bartram with Anthony Murray and I.
Sweet.
So, yeah, it's good.
Murray
The
stuff.
rodeos, it's kind of nice just doing like the one show a night instead of trying to huck 3 shows a day. Like, I'm too old for that shit.
Yeah. Yo, you go to some of those bike rallies and they try to have, they're like, we want 5 shows. And I'm like, yo, that's a long fucking day.
Yeah, I hope you got a lot of beer and some ibuprofen.
Well, and at the end of the day, by the last show, you're getting sketch. You're tired.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Right.
For sure.
ah.
How's the show been for you guys?
What, this?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Work.
Yeah. We like to do it. We don't make anything on it right now. I don't know how that works anyway, but whatever. It's content. We're having fun doing it. So,
Yeah, screw it. Yeah, eventually you got to get like sponsors and stuff if people get into it. I know like Bell started it, but it seemed like he kind of let it go and then
Yeah.
maybe starting it again. I don't know.
Well, that's why I got Nick involved so that I had somebody to hold me accountable. You know,
Yeah.
so-
If it was one of us, I'd be bailing every Tuesday.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so we're like, hey, man, Tuesday. All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, one of you guys smack each other upside the head and keep it rolling.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been out today for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking wiped.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Man.
Hey, Matt lives in Texas now.
Where at?
Yeah. Like south of Fort Worth, like 20 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Where do you live at?
I'm in Chicago. Well, south of
Yeah.
Chicago.
But where
Nice.
he knows the dude that I was staying with before, so that's why I even
This guy?
brought it up. Yeah, there you go, Motocross Mayhem.
Free t-shirts. They're all like 5-10 years old now.
Yeah. Nice. Was that Motocross Mayhem guy's out here in Texas?
Yeah, Stan Weeks. That's just some shirts, generic shirts they made up for the circus.
Oh. I got you.
What's the Steel Rodeo? What's the whole deal there?
It's Kenny Bartram's program. Like he kind of did that, with Cowboy Kenny. Then he started like the Steel Rodeo tour. So it's it's good for the rodeos and stuff, and it's kind of his deal, And then we're Anthony Murray and I have kind of, I guess, partnered up with him, and we got another set of ramps, and just out hustling freestyle motocross.
So you guys are riding anytime they double book, you take the second one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, we'll use one setup out west, but the setup that I run, Jimmy McGuire's old setup, is here in Fort Worth with me, and then the Kenny's is up in Stillwater with Anthony, and then we got to go out to San Bernardino in the end of September, do another rodeo. So it's cool.
Does Kenny Bartram still have that landing that's built on top of the horse trailer?
Yeah, I just saw that thing this last week, dude. That thing is gnarly.
I rode that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's big though.
Yeah. Imagine the gas mileage towing that pig around.
We used it somewhere. I don't remember. But we definitely used it once. I was
We
like,
used it
Yeah, he
going
said
up
he used it a couple of times.
yeah.
The tongue broke off on the highway, like it was hanging on by like a couple inches.
Oh
Had-
my god.
And then it was just, the whole thing was like that. It was fun though.
Yeah, that's so sketch.
So how'd you get into the monster truck deal?
Just being like tied in with Feld over the years. I've been doing the IFMAs with them since like 2001 or so, something like that. Just kind of during the Nuclear Cowboy rehearsals had gotten a tour through the Monster Jam department down there at the Feld headquarters in Florida, and ended up talking to a couple people and getting into the training thing. Went to the Gravedigger facility out in North Carolina and Virginia out there. I think you fly into Virginia and drive over the border in North Carolina or something like that. But anyways, out to the Gravedigger facility, and went and tested out there.
Kill Devil Hills.
Kill Devil Hills, yeah. How rad is that?
Yo, when you went there, was Bad to the Bone playing just all the time, or what?
Yeah, and the little restaurant.
All right, so
I guess if you're on Gravedigger, you need to live in Kill Devil Hills for sure.
yeah.
That's where you need to be based out of. But training. Yeah, went good. Didn't hear much from him. Trained the next summer. Didn't hear anything from him. Went to Tom Mentz's place out in Paxton, Illinois, and didn't hear anything on how I did or anything. And then ended up, they called me 2.5 years later, asked me if I wanted to go drive the militia truck in the stadium shows on a tour, because some changes went down with like Bradshaw, and then LeDuc went to the Monster Energy truck and took his spot, so they needed someone to fill in the militia truck. So
cool.
that's kind of cool. I got the call for that. It's just kind of, you know how it is. It's just like trying to get into freestyle motocross. I mean, you hit up everybody you can, try as hard as you can, and try to chase it, and then just wait for the calls. It's just kind of let the cookie crumble the way it's gonna. So it's cool. I was pumped, got my opportunity finally, because I knew I'm sure any of us freestyle motocross drivers, we know we could drive a monster truck. We got something loose.
Yeah.
So, I was like, you guys know I haven't driven in 2.5 years, right? They're like, yeah, you're good. You know how to do it. I'm like, okay.
So
cool.
They just turned you loose in the show?
Yeah, I got. They gave me a couple extra laps of practice, and that's it. And then I was like, came the time for the freestyle show, and I was like, I really was saying, I don't think I could have said, oh shit, more than I did that day. I was like, in the Detroit Lions Stadium,
yeah,
40 to 50,000 fans, 60,000, whatever those stadiums hold, and I was just like, oh shit, and like, I was like, I gotta like do this, like, I haven't, if you're like, it's like, if you don't go ride a dang dirt bike, you're not gonna go to a freestyle contest, like,
feel confident
off the whim in 2.5 years, so I was like, whatever. So I just bucked up and got in there and handled it. Ended up getting 5th in racing and 3rd in the freestyle. So
nice.
Wasn't kind of trying to capitalize on my opportunities, and then I got more comfortable in the truck and just started making those rookie mistakes, and just kind of worked through those, and actually drove the best I did all year in Las Vegas when I got invited to the finals. So I was pretty excited about that. 32 trucks got the invite, and I was pretty pumped to be one of them. I mean, it was Todd LeDuc's doing with it being a championship truck, so that's the way they kind of based it on. So it wasn't necessarily me. So it was a little bit, I think, of they believed in me that I could do it, and then also, Todd making a championship truck kind of also it all worked
They
together
needed
to
the
get
name
in,
there.
So.
They needed the truck name there because it had been there, previously. Well, that's cool though. They could have easily, probably found someone to drive it if they wanted to. So, I mean, it's good that they called
really
you.
Cool they give me that opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
I just stayed with it. Yeah, I just stayed with it to do it, but it was cool. Sorry, what was that?
How does it compare, like getting nervous doing the truck versus like a bike?
It's like the same feeling as like you're doing a show, but it's like different. The first few shows I was nervous because hell, I haven't driven a truck in 2.5 years, so I was kind of like that kind of real antsy feeling. But I just tried to pay attention and not hit the wall is pretty much what you got to do. I mean, you hit the wall and you're like done. So, just try to meet it in the middle, just kind of what I know, what I see, and then keep it safe. And drove about 70-75%, and then as I got comfortable, I just kind of picked it up, But yeah, the comparableness. It's it got nice. Like at like Vegas, I was like in the happiest mood, not ever nervous. Where I'd be like nervous for like X Games. I'd probably be pacing back and forth with my headphones in. But this one, I had my headphones in. I was just jamming, and having fun, and I was like relaxed because I think maybe because I cartwheeled the truck pretty good a few times where I did say, oh shit, and I kind of got confidence that it is pretty damn safe in there. But it hurts. You still feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost feels like a pretty rowdy mosh pit in there if I were to explain it. Like when you send that thing and you land, it's just like thrashing around. It's pretty damn aggressive. I don't know if you like watch any Monster Jams and watch like the in cab cameras and you see their arms like bouncing around.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty aggressive, but also like it's kind of nice. Like when I like crash, I'd be like, oh man, I'm sore. Like, and then I'd get out of the truck and I'd like be leaving the stadium and I was like perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And like the next days and stuff. After Detroit, my neck was a little sore, but I think I just got used to it or something. But
do you have
made some adjustments with the R3 neck brace and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. You have the neck deal on and everything with your helmet strapped in. Right.
I kind of got detoured off his question, but I mean, the comparableness is it's pretty fun. Sorry, I get detoured, and I know we got time, so I'm just rambling.
No, it's good.
That's what we do. That's why this is so long, so that we can just explore whatever. We can talk about whatever we want. And that's why it's long.
Yeah.
We like it longer like this so that eventually you talk about some shit that's not trucks. Like we talk about, or bikes. We talk about the stuff that everybody wants to talk to you about. And then eventually we just trail off and talk about everything,
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. No, they're fun. I mean, I like the adrenaline rush, and I like the safety feeling a little bit more in the truck. 37, so I like that. And then it's also kind of nice knowing you don't really have to like risk ramp to ramp and like flipping and stuff, because one little mess up in that, and you're probably going to the hospital. Where a truck, you can yard sale it pretty decently. So I guess that relief off my shoulder after having that burden on my shoulders for so many years.
Yeah,
it's kind of nice. But now I'm back jumping the bike, so we're back to square one.
Yeah, that's how I feel about comedy. I'm like,
dude, that's awesome. How's that?
It's cool. It's fun. I mean, it's the same thing. I get nervous and stuff just because I don't want to totally fuck up. But again, I'm just like, no big deal. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
They're not going to laugh at me.
Yeah, right.
Not a big deal.
Oh, that's rad. How many gigs have you done?
Well, I'm still doing like where I gotta bring some guests and stuff like that. I guess Nick's stuff froze up. I gotta bring guests and stuff like that. I got my first paying gig in a couple of weeks where I'm gonna host, and introduce the other comedians and stuff like that. So just working into it, but same thing. It's kind of still, it's way cooler than. It's still performing, and
yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I think that just my dry sense of humor works as a comedian. In normal everyday life, people just don't get it. There we go. He's back.
I don't know what happened.
He's back.
The kids came in. They blocked the signal or something.
So you have already talked to him about this winter for the militia truck?
No, I don't even know what's going on with that. Brian Deegan won't even answer like any of my texts, and then I haven't heard anything. Feld keeps a pretty quiet. They keep their business pretty quiet, so I just know, just kind of learning from them. I'm just going to be patient, and they said, don't worry, you're in the plans for 2018. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I wouldn't mind kind of getting in my own truck and start my own kind of backing, and then I can start running with that for the next 10 years, and just kind of really build my name behind a new brand. I wouldn't mind that either, but I'm also down with driving the militia truck. It's fun just to be out there too, and kind of makes sense to me to have a freestyle motocross rider actually driving that truck. So to me, it's kind of pretty fitting, So we'll see. Just going to be patient, make sure I'm healthy come the end of the year, and be ready for it when they call.
Sweet.
Is this like your retirement plan?
Well, one of them. It does. It doesn't really like. I mean, I make more money riding my dirt bike, and but I mean, I'm not sure. I think you can make more doing the monster trucks eventually, but I don't know. I just have to kind of see where all that takes me. I'm actually kind of in the works of doing like some stunt work, trying to get in on that stuff, and then once monster trucks can hopefully take off and some stunt work stuff can take off, then I can get to kind of retire from jumping the bikes, but I still feel good out there and I still have fun, so I'm going to do it a little bit more. So
yeah. Have you done any stuff yet?
What's that?
Have you done any stunt stuff yet?
No, I got a guy I contact, and he rides the Harleys in those Geico commercials, and
is he the caveman?
All the time. Yeah, he was that one guy that had the money outfit that was on.
Yeah.
The money was flying off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I met that guy. So, yeah, I don't know. I thought he called me for like one gig before, but yeah, that hasn't come through yet. So I'm just kind of patiently waiting on that too. So yeah, I got to keep riding. Just got some other stuff in the works. It's just like riding. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to kind of stick with it and pursue it. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, I haven't done anything yet, so I can't really talk that way. But
yeah, I mean,
I only have 7 monster jams under my belt, so I got a long ways to go for sure. But I look forward to it. I'd like it to kind of be my retirement kind of thing, is to make some good money doing the stunt work, and then just have like monster jam, make some extra money and have some fun, and kind of still feed my wild side. It's kind of what I want to do.
Yeah. Our wild sides need feeding.
Dude. I know, I'm like, it's like hard. I'm like 37 and I'm like still like nuts. I'm like, dude, chill out.
I know. Yo.
It's just like you can't get away from it.
I had like, fuck, man. I got hurt real bad this last time, and it drug on, and I was like super down, and I'm just like more upset that the realization is that dirt bikes can fuck you up really bad. Like that's more what I'm mad about than it, or like bothered about than anything at the time. I'm like,
Yeah, they'll wrench your ass.
So good till it's not.
Exactly. Yeah, Evil Knievel signed up. We did the very first Evil Knievel days that they had back in 2003.
Uh-huh.
And he signed like a poster to me and says happy landing, so he knows. He started it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Got all fucked up.
Yeah, that dude knows all about getting fucked up, huh?
Yeah.
He got wrecked, man.
He makes us look like little kids.
Did you see that? Some dude just jumped some Harley over a couple semis or something?
No, I missed that.
It was on, oh shit, I should have posted it. It's on Instagram somewhere. Dude was like 70 or something. And it was a total Evil Knievel setup. Like, no, just plywood basically laid out. I gotta find it.
Huh.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking nuts.
Was it, Ed Beckley?
No, he wasn't that big.
It wasn't Big Ed Beckley?
No. Doesn't he got a big one planned?
He supposedly won the bid for to jump Snake River Canyon.
Oh god.
And then it was gonna be on like CBS or some shit like that. And then I don't know what happened.
They found out it was a suicide attempt.
That's what dude. That's what I said. I was like, is this dude trying to fucking off himself here? Like, what is going on? Why is he trying to jump this? I'm trying to fix the
How?
internet so that it says actually who we're talking to on the live feed.
Yeah, I didn't get a.
You didn't get a notification?
Nope.
Oh, so when I set the event up is when it actually does that.
Say hi.
We're learning stuff
Hi.
here.
It's Matt. It's Clint. We know Clint. Jason.
What's up, buddy?
He's a dirt biker and a monster truck guy. And he beat McGrath. Step up.
Oh, man. That's a good name drop. That's
Dude,
it.
that was an awesome fucking
That's it. He's getting hashtagged.
hashtag. Yeah, we gotta write this down.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm gonna have all these ideas. We're gonna hashtag this shit, and then I just
Yeah,
wake
but
up. we're
the
gonna do a
main
podcast.
premise of our show is to drink drinks. So, I mean, it's just that's how the
Yeah,
cookie
man,
crumbles.
got a water.
That's how do you
He's
know
got
that?
a water too.
Come on, son.
We're working on a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Me too.
He's drinking soap.
He drinks soap.
Yeah, he drinks soap for real.
That's gross.
Don't drink soap, kid.
Soap.
Holy cow! I got a toy Aussie, and he just ripped his stuffed animal, and there's stuffing all over the front living room.
Is that what I was hearing jingling around?
Yeah, that's Maverick. See him, Maverick. What's up, dude?
Oh,
Buddy hop.
he's cute.
Say hi.
Say hi to the puppy.
He's
Hi,
crazy.
puppy.
I've been playing with him all day, and he still wants to play nonstop.
Yeah, because he's a cattle dog.
Yeah. How's your dog?
Yeah, she's a maniac too. She's good. She's just like my girlfriend's dog will just like sleep in or whatever. She'll hang out, and I'm just like, that's just not my dog. If you move, if you stretch in bed, she's like,
Thinks you're ready to play.
yeah, she's ready to go. Yeah. If you pet her, that's it. She's going and grabbing the ball and bringing it back in the bed like, hey, let's do it. Like, come on, I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah, they're crazy. Yeah, Maverick will wake you up with stick his wet nose like right in your eyeball and then lick your face. It's like, you're getting up to play with me.
Yeah.
Crazy dogs.
My dog was supposed to be like an Australian cattle dog blue heeler thing, and now he's like 55, 60 pounds. In stock.
55, 6. Oh, he's like twice the size.
He's way, well, the mom was a black lab. My dog's sister's 85 pounds. And that's just
Jeez.
a thing.
That's what the person, when I got mine, she was like, I said, that's how big that dog's gonna get? And she goes, yeah. If it's any bigger than this, she's like, it's not a full bred healer. Because I'd always seen like these little, or these bigger dogs. People are like, it's a healer. And then when I got her, I'm like, I think I got a dwarf or something. And they go, no, that's the actual size of a healer. They're not supposed to be any bigger than that. And they're, oh, okay.
I got mutts. I like them.
How many dogs you got?
One, but I keep buying them and then they get hit by cars and stuff, so.
Jesus.
So,
I just get just one.
I'm like, goddamn.
so,
Watch a lot of. That's crazy. That's fun.
so Randy's the smartest one you've had.
Yeah, he's made it this far. He's bigger, so he'll handle it.
He can handle getting hit by cars better.
Yeah.
That's rad. Your dog's name's Randy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You're
My last one was Hank. Now we got Maverick.
No, he's
I like people
What was
named.
your dog's name again, Clint?
Stella?
called Junior.
Huh?
Stella?
Stella. Yeah.
Della.
Stella.
Stella? Who's Stella?
Are you gonna ride again?
I mean, I've ridden. I went to English Town and rode there and stuff, but I'm not gonna do freestyle.
Yeah.
Get
Kinda
out.
over it.
Because yeah, shit, you were like the same age. Are you? older
Yeah,
than me, or-
I'm 37.
Yeah,
I'll be
me too.
38 in October.
Yeah, so you're a
When's
few months
yours?
older than me.
Oh, damn.
You were born in '79. Right?
Yeah.
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 I was on February of '80, so you got me born by like 4 months.
It's all good. I mean, that's why I was so bummed. I got friends that I grew up racing with that like just never stopped racing, and I'm like, I want to get back. I was getting back into doing motos. Actually, I was down in Texas when Matt moved there, and I'm like, dude, I'm going to practices. Like, I was going like all the time, like at least a day a week or something like that. And we just never linked up because he wasn't there, or I wasn't there, or whatever. And then so then I got hurt, and I'm just like super bummed on riding, and I'm like, this sucks. I want to race all my friends from like when I was a kid, like run into each other again, like the old days.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. I'm bummed we didn't get to link up and ride there. I was pretty pumped to move out here because I just knew Kyle Cunningham. And then that's about it. So I was pretty pumped that you were going to be around to ride, and then you have to go and leave.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we had that conversation. Fucking ran out of money being on the crutches, and then that's how that happened.
Damn money.
Damn
It's
it,
the
the
devil.
money. Not if you got it.
Yeah.
If you got money.
Well, then everybody wants to sue you and wants it. So it's a pain in the ass no matter what.
Yeah. Dude, I hung out with this chick, and she was like, for some reason had a ton of money, and that wasn't an issue, and it was just like she was complaining about it. And I'm like, what do you mean? You don't even work. Like, what are you talking about? What could be your issue?
Do her.
She's like, I got other issues, and I'm like, they can't be that bad, because all mine is not having money to pay for stuff.
Like that bottle next to you?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I had to get this because I have to drink on Tuesday nights.
Yeah. That's the deal.
Yeah.
Podcast awesomeness.
Yeah, that's right. By the end, Nick's talking over everybody. I don't remember what I was just talking about.
Dude, I'm so tired today. I can't even hardly talk.
What happened? You actually had to work or something?
I worked. I went out last night a little bit.
Oh, you're supposed to save it for Tuesday, bro.
No, and that was the plan.
He was training for the podcast. So you got to give it to him.
Well, you need
He's
a rest day.
Man.
You need a rest day before your event. Everybody knows that.
Sometimes buddies just call you and they're like, "Hey, let's go get a beer." I'm like, "All right, we can do this."
All right, I'll let you slide.
And then they bring Crown Royal, and then you gotta get up first thing.
I got coffee in it.
Where's Matt taking us? For everybody, Matt's taking us somewhere.
To the Moto Garage.
There we go.
There we go. Nice.
See the scooters?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the race steed. For everybody on audio, he's in his garage. He's got his 195 race faux fatty.
The jump scooter.
And then his freestyle 450. Matching graphics.
You can't forget Z.
You got the old original Z50, original bars yet. How tall are you, Matt, to be riding a damn stock Z50?
5'10", and my knees have to ride behind the handlebars.
Are you really only 5'10"? I thought you were taller than that.
That's when I'm in my riding boots. I impress you.
Yo, I've been in riding boots with you. You still look taller than me. I'm 5'10".
That's not short.
Well, but that's the same height as me. I thought for sure he was taller than I was.
Maybe you're just making shit up, Clint.
Maybe I'm just fatter, so I look shorter.
Yeah, I was going to get a beer, but I guess I don't have any.
Oh, look at this guy. It's the amateur hour.
God.
I got a Bud Light, but I don't know if I could do that on a podcast.
No, why?
A buddy came over and left it. That's why it's still in there.
Tell him you had to drink it.
I know.
It was
Clint, how about this one for you? How's that pipe?
Ooh. He's showing us a YZ250 with a sick-ass factory Bills pipe on it.
Yeah, that thing's bad.
That's what you were riding the day I saw you at the track.
Yeah, I sold that one, and then I was dealing with a promoter that we didn't come to agreements with. Let's be professional. And Aruba. So I'd actually bought this bike from Taka, and it has like a black frame and an all brand new motor. And I rode it twice in Aruba, and then so I sold that one that you saw.
Yeah.
And ended up building this. Got this one back finally from Aruba, and yeah, built this one all up. So I just need to get the suspension changed. It still has freestyle suspension on it, and then that thing's gonna be sweet.
But it's Taka's freestyle suspension, so it's probably not like all that awful.
Suspension.
No, I had it switched over for me, so it's me. But yeah, no, I just need to get that switched. I want to get the forks powder coated black, and I just wanted to make one badass 2-stroke. So,
Sweet.
What's more fun on the track, the 2-stroke, or what do you like more, or the 4-stroke?
you know, I like both. My 450's done up pretty good. I used it in 2014 for step up, so that thing runs pretty good. So it's got a lot of good power. Not that a 450 needs to be modded, but
Yeah.
Fuck no.
it's got a polished tranny and stuff, and it's done up. So I don't know. I like both. The 2-stroke's pretty fun to scream around though, just because that's obviously where I started. I don't know. I guess I like both. I'm kind of in the middle, but if I had to pick, got to go with the 2-stroke.
Yeah.
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 Yo,
I got Clint's smile.
I don't know, dude. I like being able. I think I'm lazy now. I like just going, bop, and you're good. You get over.
Yeah,
whatever.
let's see that beer belly. Let's see why you like that.
No way.
Come on, lift that fucker up.
I don't have a
she's
beer
not-
belly, son.
She's not bad. You ain't looking like Kenny Belly.
I'm at my fighting
Good.
weight, son.
Huh?
I said I'm at my fighting weight.
You are. I see
Yeah.
that. Holy shit! Look at my dog. He's got stuffing all over the fucking. Yeah, you, Maverick.
Hey,
Why you
guys.
being so crazy? See all that stuffing?
Yeah. Yo, once they get a hole, that's the end of it. One
Yeah,
hole.
he just keeps sticking his little nose in there and pulling more stuff
Yeah,
out.
well, that's how my dog is too. Once there's a teeny hole, that's it. All the stuffing's out of that thing.
That's the whole goal. Just ruin shit.
Yeah, he's a maverick. He fits.
I started riding when I started going the tracks again. The first time I actually went to a Loretta's qualifier on a YZ250. I hadn't ridden one in probably a year and a half, and it took me the first 2 laps to remember how to wind it up. You know, because I just kept going,
Yeah.
boom, just
Boom.
bogging out corners. Like, what are you doing? And I finally was like, just keep downshifting. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's how you ride this thing. But
Try to burn the clutch up and
Yeah.
fucking hold her wide.
dude, a 125, I tell people, literally, a 125,
Oh.
ride it like you are trying to blow it up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly. You got bikes, Nick?
Yeah. Well, see, I rode 125s when the 250 4-stroke came out. My 125 took a shit, and this guy let me ride one for the summer, and I was like, "This is way easier." And then I remember going back to my 125, thinking, "I'm gonna rip on this thing. I've been riding this 250," and I just was like, "Forget it."
Yeah. You're like, this thing is horrible. It's got
I
no
had that,
power
and I
at
got
all.
I had a 450 and a 250 the next year, and that's when Yamaha had the 4-speed. And we had a little supercross style track that we always raced. So I never left second gear. I didn't have to do anything. It
Yeah.
made me super lazy because I was 110
Right.
pounds riding a 450 just with no shifting.
That's awesome. That thing didn't even notice you on it.
Oh, yeah. And it was the older ones. The new ones are crazy, but it was still 450. I remember when we first got it, my dad's like, let me ride that thing. We're on a sand track, and he's trying to I thought he was Pastrana wheeling through the whoops or something. He didn't have a helmet on or nothing. Just loops it out. I could see his eyes were huge. He's like, oh, I don't know if I should have bought you this bike, but it was fun.
That's the ones
That's
I like
awesome.
to buy. There's one that some dude bought it and took it to a track once and was like, holy shit, what did I get? And
Yeah.
then they just park it in the garage, and you find it 3 years later after his wife is like, listen, you rode this thing 2 times. I told you were an idiot for buying it. You have to get rid of it. Get it out of here. I don't care. And you're like, still got the
Finally let
nubs. Still,
My buddy Ricky Yorks, he does like some test riding for like Dirt Rider and stuff. Like when the new bikes come out and stuff. Well, he's always like on Craigslist and eBay and hustling shit, Volkswagens and stuff. Well, he found this like 05 450, like the Enduro version, the XR, or I don't know, like
CRX?
Maybe the good ones, not like the dud like slow slug ones. I don't know. Is it it's like the CRF?
Yeah, that's an XR.
Like with that comes with the headlight and stuff.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
think
like
that's a
450.
CRX or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, he found a cherried one and got it for like $2,200. Like, I was like, no way.
Dude, there's a XR 650 right up the road here that I'm like, if I can unload my other two bikes I got, I may just have to go and pick her up just to mob the streets on. Oh, shit.
You better get your sales skills out and sell them two bikes.
Yeah. Then they're like, there's a power line. Blah. I feel like I'm
just
gonna
a rip. I love it.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I
get in
miss about
trouble.
Nevada, like heading out all over the desert. It's the only bad part about Texas is you can't do that here.
Everything's
Well,
home. Or,
you can, but you're just gonna drive dirt roads in between some fields just for hours.
Yeah, I'm used to some mountains and trees
Yeah.
and all kinds of fun single track, but that's
you got any friends down there go back roading?
Yeah, they no, I guess who I kind of went up and linked up with was Ben Spees, the road bike racer.
I mean,
you know who Ben Spees is?
No, I don't follow road bikes at all.
He's like he raced like Valentino Rossi and like those guys.
Yeah, I only know his name. Like I only know like LeBron James just because people randomly talk about him. You know.
Well, anyway, so like he has like a bunch of like property, and they made a rad single track like all around his property. Like I guess it'd be southeast of Dallas. So had like 300 and something acres and made like a rad single track like all around it. So that's about it though. But it ain't like I broke a damn clutch plate because those dudes all had recluse clutches, and it was like so tight, like S-ing through the trees and shit. And I went to go change my oil and just like metal shavings came out, aluminum shavings, from the plates.
Yeah.
So I pull it apart and it broke one of the clutch plates in half. It like got so hot.
Oh shit! And you probably have stock gearing on that thing.
Yeah.
What year is your 450?
Or no, not stock. It's a 2012, but yeah, I think I got a 51 rear on that, so it's not stock.
I got a 13, and it's first gear is so fucking high that like to try and ride it in the woods. I rode it on the mountain behind my parents' house, and it's like it's way too high. I have a hard time trying to
use it for anything.
Yeah, that thing's sick on a track though. God, I like racing. I went to Englishtown like a month ago maybe and rode their Sunday practice. They won't even let me in A practice because I have a novice AMA card because I haven't had one in like 15 years. So, whatever. I rode amateur practice, and then I was like, I'm going to take it easy. And I couldn't take it easy. I just started fucking...
Working on arm pump?
Oh, yeah.
In 3 corners.
Yeah. Because I was like, as soon as they were like, go, I was like, yeah! I haven't ridden the motocross track in like a year and a half. I don't know what I'm doing.
How far are you from Berlou?
Probably like 45 minutes. He's like right next to Englishtown.
Yeah, they live over there.
Yeah, but he don't ride tracks.
No. Only time he rides is to make money, and that's it.
Yeah, it's such a shame because he fucking can shred a track.
Yeah, he was quick back in the day, huh?
Yeah. I seen him as I knew who he was way before I met him because he just kind of stomped everybody at Englishtown for a long time on little bikes. So my whole first couple of years, like he was just owning everybody on 80s.
Yeah.
And then you could see once I met him when we started riding together and riding shows. He was 17, I was 21. So I would drive down there and pick him up and then take him to a place to practice and then drop him back off because he didn't have his license or whatever yet. And
Yeah.
he raced a little bit then, but you could tell he just was over it. He'd ride around just super smooth and then just like no aggression or anything. He was just over it.
The Berlou chill.
Yeah, he was still going fast, but he was like, "You come on, like pick it up." And he was just like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Whipped the big jumps.
Yeah. He like catching air more than doing the laps.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't like the hard charging pace of racing. He was like, "This, I just want to look cool."
Yeah. He's definitely got the style.
I just want to like jump big stuff and look cool.
Yeah, that's how I live my life.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's every like kid's dream. You're like racing's fun, and then you finally can start hitting big jumps.
I'm like, I'm gonna be terrified and be stiff as a board. Check me out.
That's funny. I think I'm like in the middle. Of that. Little stiff, but a little relaxed. But
well, just
like to
first,
hit the big hits.
I like to jump stuff. I just don't like first hits. I hate first hits. I want to get the first one out of the way, and then it's fun.
Yeah, those will make you pee a little.
Yeah. But Berlou was never, I don't know, maybe he got scared and just, like, have you ever ridden with Ray Bennett?
No.
So Ray is like the second coming of Berlou because he's like the same, he was a super little kid, didn't say shit, just super talented, very smooth, big tricks. Like, I'm just like, fuck you guys with your style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A salute.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, somebody one time was like, "Hey, you remind me of Mike Jones," and I was like,
I'd have taken that.
No way. You don't. No.
"I love Mike, but listen,
Like in what? The partying or the
just
or the riding?
as a person. Listen, here's the thing: he is a stiff motherfucker. He's a stiff motherfucker. But you got to give the guy credit. Who the hell made money racing Supercross? He almost beat Denny Stevenson in 1990 for a 125 championship. If Stevenson hadn't been just crushing everyone that year, Mike may have had a championship. Then he fucking rode arena cross for a long time, and then he went to freestyle. I agree he's stiff, but the dude can ride a fucking motorcycle.
He fucking put in his time for sure.
Yeah.
And he put on a show. I remember going to see him, and he'd like no-hander lander into the fucking wall at IFMA.
With his helmet bag on.
The night before. And he didn't care, he just would do it. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, he was a wild man for sure.
Yeah.
Mad Mike. What's that guy even up to nowadays?
I don't know.
I heard he's like working, running a dump truck or something up in Pennsylvania or something. I don't know.
I've tried to get him on here. I got his number. I've texted him a couple times. I'm like, hey, man. And he said he was going to do it. And then I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't really know. I know Mike all right. I met him. He's the first actual, like, big name freestyler I met. Up here in New York State at some monster truck show. And, he ruined me. I was just like, these fuckers are regular people. That was it. I don't know. I go with that guy once, and I was just like, all right, we're all normal. We're all normal
Yeah.
people.
That's cool. Yeah, he's funny. Yeah. That was my first time with, I went on Burnett's tour in 2002 in June, and I had like $200 to my name, and ended up. You remember who Jesse Olsen was?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't even afford to get down to San Diego, but luckily enough, he got on the same tour, and he picked me up from Sacramento where he lived, and then over down to Carson and picked me up. We drove down to San Diego, and we went on tour for like 3 months over the summer, and like Metzger was on the tour and Chris Rourke and
Is that the year I rode with you guys? Like 01?
was it that summer? Yeah, 02.
02.
I think it
02.
was.
When
You used
Mets
your
did,
ramp
I tell you
somewhere,
what.
or you brought your ramp or something.
I tell you exactly when it was. It was the week before Mets did the flip at X Games, Philly.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool.
But
where were we? Like Michigan or something?
No, so it was up east here. The first one was Virginia. Or no, we did Virginia and like Maine. And
Richmond, Virginia.
It may have been Maine and then Richmond, yes.
Yeah.
I
got a story for that one. Richmond, Virginia. Yeah. You remember that one?
Oh yeah.
With Miles, Richmond. Yeah, I don't know. That was my first summer with all the guys, like meeting everyone. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, I'm in the X Games fucking battling all those dudes. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, that was, fuck. That tour had pretty much most heavy hitters on it at the time.
Yeah, it was Bartram, Metzger, Rourke, Mad Mike Jones did a few.
Yeah, Miles Richmond.
Yeah, Miles.
Big Dis.
Big Dips. I think Robert Dis was on part of the summer and then he got off.
Yeah.
I think we were too wild.
Steve Elrod.
Steve Elrod, yeah. I talk to Elrod once in a while.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's awesome. He's good. He's got a little boy now doing good. Jeremy Carter, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Jesse Olsen, Matt Kniezek, me.
Yep. So that's who it was. I don't think Olsen was there when I was there. The ones I did was Steve, Elrod, you. Oh, Miller was there. Maybe that was in New York State or something. We did one in New York State, too.
This one tour? All these names?
Well, yeah. Yes. This was the whole tour. That's what I'm saying. Miles Richmond, Mike Metzger, Chris Rourke. Like, that was the friggin' tour that was just showing up at your fair.
What year was this?
2002.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Long ass time ago.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The Big Dis and I went out for practice one day before anybody else. And I was on a Suzuki at the time. I run at the ramp. Like, Suzuki, like, 75 was, like, everything second gear had. So yeah. I run at the ramp a couple times, and I'm just like, I pull over to Big Dis, and I go, hey, I don't think I'm going fast. Like, I don't think that's 75 feet. I'm running at it like 75 feet. And I'm pretty sure I am not going to make the downside.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, it looks kind of far. So we pulled the tape and we measured it. And it was 75 to the front of the safety deck. And then,
oh, my God.
And then there was like a 10-foot safety. And then there was the downside. And I was like,
dude.
Thank God we measured that, because I for sure would have been right into the face of that thing.
Oh, yeah, you would have ate some shit.
Would have fucking tacoed your damn wheel.
Dude, I'm thinking I would have tacoed my legs. Like, what, like, think about that ability, timing. Like, you can't.
Yeah, no, that's good that you saw that,
It's such a crazy thing, though. Like, I think I have enough speed to hit that.
Yeah, you're just going off of, like, I don't know, that feels right.
Yeah, some kind of mathematics in the back of your brain that's going, no, that's not fast enough.
See, I never you did all those fucking test runs. I'd just be like, how far about?
I'm slow at math. Yeah.
I know so many people are like, how the hell do you guys do that? I'm like, we got a lot of trust in our mind and our right wrist.
Yeah.
We're good. Just pin it. You're fucking commit.
Yo, anytime I've ever gotten like halfway up the face and just go, I don't think I'm going fast enough. Just a little extra. I'm like, oh, no, that was too much. That was too much. I was
right
good.
Wrist just fucked me.
Yeah, I was good. Why did I do that?
We're out to the flats.
Yeah.
It's all mental.
It is.
Yeah, I know it's pretty crazy too. I mean, just gotta think like supercross riders, like how like gnarly, like they're like a legit badass supercross.
Yeah, they're landing into
do that
this
shit, like that intensity, like That's gnarly. Like,
Yeah, those big tripling in through those big rhythm sections, like I said, where they're just like this, while some dude's right next to you, 20 minutes into doing that.
yeah. Yeah, and then, like, when the 4 strokes came along, like, how much gnarlier they got on the 450s to do shit.
Yeah, now all of a sudden they're, what's that game, MX versus ATV sections. So they just turn it on.
Dude, everything's even freestyle. Everything's just like a video game from 10 years ago. It's crazy.
Do you think, speaking of that, do you think that they're going to have to make, or they're going to make bigger ramps and stuff for the 450s?
I hope not.
I think they would have did it by now. I know, like, some guys, I want to say, like, maybe Fitz's and, like, Potters, like, they got their ramps at, like, 78 feet.
Yeah. And their bikes, I'm sure, are geared. Like, my 450, I actually ended up with a 450 from McCarty. And it was up it's up like 4 teeth in the back. So that at 75, you are kind of just like run into it hard and give it the rest of it into the face.
Yeah, I think I'm up like 3 teeth. I think I got a 52 rear on mine.
I think no, that's what mine is. They were 48s. At least like the 09s came 48s. So you're up 4 too. So that way you're like at the top of the gear at like 75, right?
Yeah. Like I can hit it pretty decent. Just a good medium into the meat where you want to be, you know.
Yeah, but you're not afraid. Like I think if you had stock gearing or 1 tooth up, you could go long, pretty friggin' easy.
Oh yeah. No, I was actually because for some reason Mason and I we've always been like really similar. So I asked him what he ran on his Hondas, and he said a 51. So man, I started like over jumping easy and kind of over rotating flips. So then I went to a 52.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just like that's just 1 tooth difference, but yeah, I can imagine stock. You could be hitting that shit in first.
Yeah, exactly. You could jump. I tell you what, when I went to Dew Tour, the gaps everybody was hitting in second gear on 250s, there was like a 96-foot friggin' dirt hit, and they're like second, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like how in the hell?
Yeah.
Run second till it's wide open. Back off just a teeny bit to save some power, and then just rip her through the face again.
Power and follow through, yeah. I know. My Hondas were geared good on that one. I think I had 48 rears on those, so that was like I could rip second off of those.
Yeah. So for
a Honda 2 smokers.
Yeah, that's like when did you run Honda 2-strokes until?
Pretty much my whole career up until 2009. I got YZ 250s, and then I just went to Honda 450s in 14.
So you ran like the 07, 08 CR 250s?
07 was last year they made them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I ran those for like a couple more years.
See, I swapped out after 2000. I had a 2001, and I felt like...
I had a 01. Once they went to 02, they switched. They were so much better.
Oh, yeah? See, my 01, that's what I was going to say. My 01 sucked so bad that I switched to YZ 250s. And then I started riding the YZs in like 04.
Yeah, the 02s is when they changed it. Like they did a better like power valve in it.
And went to that RC valve.
Yeah, and made it better. And actually, my very first step-up win was on Mike Mason's practice arena cross bike that I had bought from him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like just the way that he had ridden it in arena cross, or what?
Yep, and then I made it into a freestyle bike, and then Cliff, his mechanic, that's been his mechanic like a lot of his career, he helped me out with step-up and got it all dialed for step-up, and we went and won that thing.
Nice.
So, that was on the old Honda Toot Smokers.
Yeah, Cliff's cool. I met him a couple times. I think He was wrenching for Adam Jones at X Fighters.
Yeah.
That's where I met him because I was helping. I was just bolting some parts on for Javier and
Right.
just giving him the old attaboy.
Yeah, you can do it.
yeah. You got it, man. No. Sometimes, I don't know. I feel like if I know somebody, I'm pretty good at like reading somebody and telling if they're too excited or not excited enough or whatever. And sometimes you just need somebody around to be like
a mediator.
Yeah.
Where'd Nick go?
Yeah, that's what he just texted me. He said his internet's being a dick.
Oh, what a dick.
He lives in the middle of nowhere, though, in Illinois.
So how's he going to try and do a podcast deal?
That was my idea. So
how many times do you got to end up by yourself?
It's happened only like one other time, I think. We've lost guests and stuff. We've had guest freeze up on us. Because he told me the next day, he's like, my wife was in the house using the internet trying to watch us, and it fucking shut us down. But
what, people can watch live or what?
Yeah, on YouTube. That's what I was trying to reset, but as soon as I tried to mess with YouTube, it started slowing my internet down. So actually, Kenny was on last week, Kenny Bell. So it still says number 19 with Kenny Bell right now on our live feed. But the YouTube channel, like I said, people can watch it there live and comment on it and stuff.
Yeah.
But I can't even watch that and try and comment back because all the shit I got run on my computer, the Skype and the operating service that runs the actual live feed. So
yeah,
it's whatever.
Damn electronics, it's always something.
And I'm like, a remedial electronics user, so I don't know what the hell's going on. You guys didn't have that phrase, remedial? Did you have remedial classes in school?
No.
See, so that's like basically before they decided that we had ADD or whatever. You got to be in that same window. I guess I didn't learn well in school, right? So they hadn't figured out their drugs to give us yet.
Yeah, we missed that era.
Yeah, they hadn't figured out that they were going to give us meth yet or anything like that. So they were still like, they were still trying to figure out. Look at this guy who's talking shit. Now he froze up.
Miles texts me. He's all, I'm listening to the podcast. Tell the Virginia story. He's all, just leave some names out. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have Miles on here.
Yeah, you got to hit up Miles. If you don't have his number, I can send it over to you, or you can hit him up on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah,
Miles is awesome. He's driving the buses like for different bands and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he was just doing like Dancing with the Stars. I just saw him in Kansas.
Yeah, that's what. I guess you posted the picture or something where you just ran into him randomly or whatever.
Yeah, it's funny. We were joking about it. Like we see each other more now that he's a bus driver and I live in Texas.
Yeah, he seems to run into everybody. Like people every once in a while will just be like, "Boom, Miles Richard. Boom, Miles." I'm like, where the fuck is this guy just popping out of nowhere?
Yeah. No, he's awesome, man. He's cruising around, doing good.
That's where I met him on that tour. He was super cool. Jeremy Carter was super friggin' cool to me.
Well, Miles, he was a little sissy, and I think he was still like he was a little puppy until we got a hold of him. I think
you were breaking him in there. Yeah, I think that sounds about right now. Thinking about the situation.
Yeah, remember how shy he was? He wasn't drinking at all or anything.
Yeah.
He was the good kid,
Yeah. Like, well, I had Hartman with me.
Yeah, Hartman's an animal. No?
Well, he wasn't then. He was probably 18.
He was a good boy.
Oh yeah, super good boy. He was 18, so I don't think he had like he was like holding hands with his girlfriends and stuff. And the first time I took him out of Pennsylvania, we had a cooler there that had beers in it, and he had his 2 liter of soda because he always had soda with him. And he's like, "Do you think any of that beer got into that cooler?" And I'm like, "Why, Greg? Are you afraid that you're gonna get drunk, or you don't want that entering your system? Like, what exactly is the issue?" And then he just
let's clarify this.
He didn't say anything, and he went over and he took ice out of the cooler. He used it for his soda.
That's awesome.
So he was actually at Virginia with us. And he was so disgusted with the friend that I brought with me that he wouldn't even associate with him after that weekend. Like, he disliked him prior to that weekend, and then afterwards he's just like, he's like, I don't even want to associate with that guy.
Yeah, I don't think that Virginia story should be told online. It got pretty interesting.
It's never been told.
Doug Parsons was the mediator of all that.
So we had a videotape when it happened, my camera guy, and then Doug's like, "Listen," he took my camera guy aside because Kyle told me that later. He's like, "Oh, well, with the tape," and I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Well, Doug come and confiscated or whatever," and I'm like,
that would have been a funny tape.
I'm sure he's got it somewhere.
Yeah, we're all jumping and riding around, and then some shenanigans in the motorhome. We're like, what the hell's going on over there?
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, Miles. I can't go into detail on the
Dude, I remember,
story, man.
Listen, I remember Miles. I think that he was outside of the motorhome, to tell you the truth, looking in through the window.
Yeah, he was peeking through the window through the little visors. He was all curious.
Looking over, and he's just like,
He was curious. He read a lot of Curious George books back in his day.
Oh shit. Yeah, you could just see, and then everybody walked out, and Hartman was very disappointed, and I was just like, we just ruined both these guys.
Well, then that one girl just fell out of the motorhome, like, on her face, just endoed out the motorhome. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's where Greg he was just like,
I need to go.
How did is this life? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I won't even hold my girlfriend's hand. Or I won't even make out with her. Like, you can watch.
What's old Hartman doing? Where's that guy?
I think I haven't talked to him in a while, but from what I heard, the last time I talked to him, he said he's going to school. He owns like a landscaping business or something. Like, I don't know. He's on some kind of mission. He was always on a mission anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that guy is awesome. Sucks. Dirt bike's got another one, roughed him up, but it's part of the name of the game,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that, like, Greg's greatest attribute was heart. You know what I mean? I was always like, hey, man, you don't need to learn everything this week. You could settle down. And he's like, no, I do.
Going for it.
Yeah, he would just go for it. He'd crash his dick off, and then we'd go and ride someplace else. And then I remember we were in North Carolina. He'd crashed at some show, and then we're riding during the week, and he just wads himself up again. And then the next day he goes over. We rode for this team in North Carolina that was like at the time a Suzuki's factory arena cross team. We had John Dowd, Jim Neese. That was the A team, and then like the guys that rode the regionals were Jim Chester and this other kid Blake Hovis. And our bikes would actually be shipped to us. Like, the semi would come to the shop, we'd unload the crates of bikes, and put our own bikes together and shit. That's the year, actually, it was 04, I think. That's the year that the RMZ 250s came out, and we had them in like August or September or something, and all these dealerships are like, we just got the things in October, and I'm like, we've already had them for 2 months. Nobody believed me, but I forgot why I was telling that story.
It makes it fun.
Oh, so anyway, they had an arena cross track built over where we would practice, and my friend that rode arena cross was coming down. He was riding the track. Hartman goes over with him and tries to jump the catapult, and just unders jumps the shit out of it and cases it, and then my friend's like, yo, like, you almost had it, just a little bit more. So he turns the corner and he blasts the shit out of it, over jumps it, and then lands like right before the berm and shoots off the berm into the fucking into the trees and shit. And like, he just come back and I'm like, dude, what in the fuck are you doing? Like, settle down.
Yeah.
And he was just like mad at me for even saying anything to him.
His video's gonna show up on MX Fails. Maverick saying, "What up, dog?
What's up, Maverick? Maverick.
Knuckles, bro. Maverick, can you hear?
Oh, here comes my dog now because I whistled.
Can you hear?
Come here. Get up here. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Get up here. This is Marley.
Oh, what up, Marley?
Marley's skittish.
Yeah.
Come
It's
here,
like
Stella. She's a beagle and we're not sure. But I can tell you what, that dog will jump all over your damn head. Come here. Come on. Come here. Let's go. Get up here. Come here. And here you go. Here's Stella.
There's Stella.
And now she's trying to bite Marley because...
a dog fight on the podcast.
Oh, they do this all the time. Hey, it's all right. Settle down.
Hey, you need to fix up your backdrop there.
Yeah? It's just the living room.
You got one creepy ass mirror.
I know. I realized that both places I do it has a window mirror in the back. Because when I used to do it on my parents'
Is that a
house,
window? No, it's dark there.
No, it's just no. It's just a mirror, but it's like kind of looks like a window.
Yeah, you might want to put up some like dress it up in the back a little bit.
Hey, you don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
We assume that most of our listens are going to come from the internet. For some reason, it's not on iTunes yet because every time I submit it, when they send me the email that you've submitted your podcast, it says 12 podcasts for a penny or some bullshit like that. And I'm like, where are you guys pulling this? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah. Huh.
So, I don't exactly know what the deal is.
Yeah, I just got to keep messing with it and try and figure it out.
I'm sure it's something stupid. And, like, Apple is such a pain in the dick to deal with because there's not even just, like, someone to email or anything like that. You're just kind of, like, got to email.
Talking to a computer.
Well, if you email them, they'll email you back within, like, 3 days, hopefully. And then they have a number, but they only work regular business hours. I don't know. And there's nothing, you can't find shit online.
Yeah.
Apple is basically big enough where they're just like, fuck you, this is how we do it.
Right. They don't give a shit.
I want to have that much power. This is the way it works.
Right. Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, what's next? Where's Nick at? Is he taking selfies or some shit?
I don't know. Maybe he got too drunk. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's happened. I'm just
What are you
joking.
doing? Pouring yourself another one?
No, I was looking at my phone to see where Nick was. You now live in Texas with your girlfriend?
Yep. Crystal, she's a flight attendant. She's out flying right now.
Sweet. So do you get super cheap flights?
Yeah, I'm on her American benefits, so yeah, I mean, I recently, probably about a month and a half ago, I guess not too recent, but yeah, I went to Reno for $1.28 and came back home for $1.28.
Sick.
So, pretty into it.
Why would they even bother charging you $1.28? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't they just be like $5?
I don't know. It just makes someone sleep better at night. Charge me the damn $1.28.
Yeah.
Tell me where my fucking seat is. Let's roll.
$1.28. They're like, listen,
Yeah.
we need the taxes off of this deal.
Yeah, anywhere in the country is $1.28 for I don't know what. Or like you said with Apple, I don't know where they got it from, but just go with it.
Yeah.
Here's your $1.28. So, but then out of the country, it's like $75 for each of us to go, because for international.
Sick.
So
That's super
so
sick.
it's cool. Yeah, it definitely helps me out because definitely on the ass end of my career, so I ain't making as much money. So it's nice to have that benefit for
Save
sure.
some.
Helps out. Keeps a little more money in on my side of the table. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
what
it's all good.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, no, I'm pumped. We're getting been getting some dirt hauled out to my girlfriend's mom's place. She has like 8 acres. Kind of let me have the back half of the yard, so I got a good ramp set up and kind of starting to work with a couple kids, teaching them a little bit of freestyles, and
Cool.
gonna build a little track and some more dirt hauled out this week, and get another skiddy and kind of building a little track so I can kind of teach people if they want to ride or hit ramps or whatever they want to do. Start trying to work with some people here and there, make
Nice.
a little extra cash on the side. It's kind of my plan.
You got waivers?
Yeah, got waivers.
Yeah. Yo, so I was trying to do lessons when I was in Georgia, and this kid lived in the same town that I lived in, but I was like, didn't want to do the lessons at my practice place because I didn't have insurance or anything. It wasn't even my land. So I was just like, we're going to do it at Durham Town. I'm like, we'll go to Durham Town, we'll do it this day or whatever. And he goes, how far is that? And I said, it's like 2.5 hours maybe. And he's like, that's kind of far. And I was like, listen, I think probably freestyle is the wrong avenue for you to go. 2 hours.
Right.
2.5 hours, it seems far.
Never heard back.
No, that was it.
That's cool. Yeah, it happens. It ain't. I know. That's why people are like, why don't you just start like a freestyle school? I'm like, well, it's just not that easy. Like, it's a lot gnarlier than you think. It ain't just, what parents really gonna okay their kid just hucking off a ramp.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, once you get the hang of it, that's another thing. But trying to get to that point, like every single one of us, I don't care who you are, is taking an ass beating.
Yeah, for sure.
Pastrana to the first new kid coming in, like every one of us have taken an ass beating to get to where we're at.
Yeah.
Is that a selfie from Nick?
He said, still boner jams. This is exactly what his text says. Shit's boner jams over here. I don't know how the podcast can continue without my slurred commentary, but it will have to.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh,
Yeah.
looks like we got to do another show so I can catch the slurred commentary.
There you go. I know. He hasn't even started talking over you yet.
That sucks. I was really looking forward to that part.
He's probably watching on his internets.
Is he?
Look at right now, you're a blue guy. You're a white man with a blue circle.
Am I?
There you go. Now you're back.
Yeah, my battery's down to 9%, so might have to cut her a little short.
It's all good. We're pretty close. We are at, what time is it? Like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool. It's good. Thanks for having me on for sure. And anything I can do to help you guys out.
yeah, once I get, I'll upload your video probably tonight or tomorrow. And then once I get the YouTube thing or the iTunes thing figured out, I'll probably try and promote it a little bit more because then it'll be available on a bunch more services.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, we're still getting like consistent views all the time. But I think once we get on, obviously, the more like podcasting services you get on, the more more people are gonna watch it. So.
Right.
I'm waiting for that to promote it, really. But we'll have you back on again, especially when you start slaying people in your Monster Jam truck.
Yeah, I want to run over some Oldsmobiles and
There you
hang
go.
out with some Monster Jam fans.
There you go. Well, we'll have you back on.
They're all good.
Monster Jam season. You can wear your driver suit.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. We could do it at one of the events, like after practice or something. I'll go sit in the truck and we can do it or something.
There you go. That would be cool.
That'd be funny.
Super cool.
Just do something different.
Yeah.
But
okay. Well. Let's real quick. What do you think about X Games this year? And quarter pipe, big air.
Yeah, X Games. It's good every year. I mean, just the innovation of different tricks and stuff is always cool to kind of check out. It's like, how the hell did they do that? Or like just when you think it's all been done, something else cool comes out. And yeah, they were definitely going big, and Tyler Bierman and stuff. Those guys were going big in the quarter pipe and best whip. So yeah, no, it was all good, and then it was cool to see those guys go up into the 40s and step up. So, I mean, yeah, it seemed like a pretty good, solid year for sure. And I've always said to put it in a damn football stadium. And the one year I don't do it, it's in a damn football stadium. Yeah. So it was kind of cool to see. We went there for Monster Jam, and so I know like that U.S. Bank Arena in Minneapolis it's a rad arena. So I knew that X Games was going to be there, so I knew it was going to be a solid deal there once they got it all set up pretty cool. So it looked rad to have everything just all into one, because that's extreme sports right there. So
right.
I thought it was pretty cool this year. Minus they cut the TV off early like normal, but
and they got to
figure out their TV stuff, I think,
Oh no, that was Nitro Circus kept freezing on me, which was frustrating. Yeah, what do you think about the front flip ramp? That was the other thing I wanted to ask. Everybody's got an opinion on that.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of got to talking with Anthony Murray because he started doing it, and yeah, he was just saying it kind of takes just the balls to do it, and the ramp kind of does it for you, but it also takes skill to do it. I mean, unfortunately, I mean, look at Javier, kind of over rotated and I think Taka came up short. So it's still it's
you still have to control it.
Yeah, you still have to, commit and control it. There's I think a lot more to it than, like I was talking to Anthony, it's it kind of looks like you just have to haul ass into it and hit it and go. But I think there's a lot more to it than just hucking it, yeah, you got to control it a lot more, and it could over rotate frontwards, unfortunately for Javier.
Yeah, I just talked to him finally for the first day today because he's been obviously dealing with all that stuff, but and he's one of the he prepares as much as anybody.
Yeah,
it just man. So anyway, I pretty much compared the front flip ramp right to flip levers, because in the beginning everybody had an issue with flip levers, what are we going to start bolting this shit to our bike or whatever.
Yeah.
But it basically just changes the amount what you're able to do in a back flip or front flip. It's the same thing. Flip levers just made what you were able to do so that you could do more things, and that's all a front flip ramp is going to do. It's just going to make it so that you're actually able to do tricks in front flips versus just trying to do the front flip.
Yeah, I mean, I see it both ways, that it's cool, and you need innovation, you can't just have the same ramp. So, I mean, things change for the better, sometimes, and, it could be for the worse too, you don't know unless people try, so it's kind of cool just to see the innovation of stuff and, doing it, it's cool. It's just, I mean, obviously we're big supporters of freestyle motocross. They've been good to us, and it's just kind of cool to see, some new stuff going on, but
right.
So,
I totally agree that Jacko doing it off a regular ramp, totally different deal.
Yeah.
That trumps, almost everything off of a front flip ramp. Just hucking one off of a regular ramp. I agree with that. It's a different deal.
Yeah, that's pretty wild for sure. That's asking for a back flop right there.
Yeah. All right. Well,
but yeah, no. Everybody's so hopefully everyone stays safe out there. It's a rowdy sport to be in.
yeah, for sure. I even thought this years ago. I was like, I can't wait to like be done being scared and just be like, I'm retired. It was a good run.
Yeah.
Talk about what I used to do.
You had fun. You can drink your cocktails there and enjoy
Yeah.
your show and just live life. It's all good.
I mean,
a little less stress is always nice. That's one good thing about the monster trucks is, yeah, it's sketchy, but it's also like a nice kind of comforting to have that a little bit more safer feeling for sure.
Yeah.
But
you can
I
mess
can
up.
still be crazy.
Yeah, well, you can mess up, and it's not gonna be quite like what messing up on a dirt bike is. So here,
Yeah, exactly.
we had a ride monster truck for a little bit. It was actually Bigfoot like 7 or 8 with the old leaf springs. It was basically like a dump truck leaf spring setup in it. And we did this show, and I crushed some cars. And do you know who Dan Runte is? He was a Bigfoot driver for like friggin' 30 years. Do you remember seeing Bigfoot jump over the airplane?
Yeah.
Wingspan? That was him.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I go, you've been doing this a long time. I said, you drive any of those trucks with the leaf springs? I said, because I can't imagine anybody that raced these things doesn't have a fucked up back. And he was like,
Yeah.
he just laughed because I told him I crushed some cars, and he goes, yeah, I drove them like twice. He was like, they were rough. He goes, yeah, anybody that drove those things for any amount of time for sure has a messed up back.
Yeah, talking with some like the old school guys, like Tom Mentz and there's Tim Mente, that man, just some of those old school guys, like they paved the way. Like I'm pretty lucky to come in and the militia truck, that thing was a brand new chassis and motor and fresh suspension and dialed. So and that stuff you still feel it, man. But man, I can't imagine what those guys went through back in the day. Like those dudes are really going to be hurting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Mentz is a madman. That's the first person I ever saw when I got some stadiums. I saw a couple people in stadiums, and then all of a sudden I saw Mentz drive. And I was like, yo.
Tom Mentz.
Yeah. I was like, when he had Team Mentz. And I'm like, dude, this dude is a madman. And then one night we were wasted running down the hallway in our hotel. And all of a sudden, I got your text. And all of a sudden, he pops out the door and he's like, in his underwear, I'm pretty sure drunk, like, keep it down out there. And then he just went back in. That was it.
Yeah, dude. Tom Mentz is an animal. That guy's awesome.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Like I said, we'll do it again during Monster Jam season or whatever. And you've been a good guest. Next time you gotta have
Thanks
beer.
for having me.
Yep. Next time you gotta have beer.
All right. Yeah. Next time I will.
All right. Later.
All right. Later, guys. Have a good one. See you.